Spinning. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the NoCat Sports Show podcast. I am your host, Kobe, aka the Cobra.
I'm your host, Mo Money.
I'm your boy O Dog, aka O, and let's get this thing started.
Yes, sir. Before we get into the nitty gritty of this thing, we have a special guest this evening. This young gentleman by the name of Jonas Strickland. He has a book. Is a book. The title is called Devotion, and is about the 21 days of cultivating the winning habits of the Golden State Warriors. So, without further ado, I'm gonna let Jonas take the floor and kind of talk us through what this book about and why should we get it and why should our viewers go run to the stores or go online and order this book ASAP.
Man, I appreciate the intro, Cobra. Shout out to Old Dog Mo, man. Thank y'all for having me on the show, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Representing the city, bringing out the sports, man, and the cap in the background, man. It's love, man. So thank you for having me today. The reason why I wrote this book is because I know you guys are fans of your team, whether it's the Ravens, the Bengals, the Commanders, the Cowboys, whoever. Every team has their own culture, and I think that's what makes your team a part of your DNA. And so I wrote this book, Devotion, the 21 Days of Cultivating the Winning Habits of the Golden State Warriors. The idea came before my daughter was born, I was a little stressed out. I was going to be a first-time dad. I know what to expect. So what I would do, I would just read sports articles, and I would take tidbits of why the Warriors may have won. At the time, I was a Warriors fan. And so, I was a Warriors fan before Steph. I was back when they had, what's the dude's name? Goodness gracious. El Paso.
Tim Hardaway,
Mullen, and Richmond. Those are my dudes. And so when Curry came on the scene, I was like, okay, they're doing anything. So I would read articles, and I would take little tidbits of why they won or lost, and I would take it and apply it to my personal life. And so it kind of helped me get through those tough times. And so right before the pandemic, there was an article that talked about how sports or churches in Europe are dead. You know what I'm saying? People don't mess with it. Like the arena is the church in Europe. And so they flock to the football stadium to see Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where people have their fellowship. That's where they have their camaraderie. So I said, if people are going to sports arenas to have fellowship, they need a book. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I created my book, Devotion, so people can connect with the culture of their team. And so what I did, I took 21 facets of the Warriors that make them a winning culture and allow people to apply it to their personal life. And so it's 21 days. It's an easy read. It's applicable. They're action points. And so, I'm a librarian. I work in a high school, so a lot of young people struggle with reading. So this book right here is a way to motivate them, get them engaged, and they can apply those principles if they want the court or off the court.
Okay. Hey, that's awesome, Jonas. So is this your first book?
Yeah, so this is my first book. I plan to do more. And so I plan to do them for other teams as well. And so it takes a lot of research, but I try to make sure that it's applicable so that people who are fans of those teams could go support and get connected to their team.
Okay.
Jonas, you mentioned you work in a school library, and you mentioned that, or whatever the case may be. One thing that I like what you said is it's an easy read. A lot of times athletes or just young Black African American youth period have a tough time reading when it comes to reading books. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those guys that when a teacher called me, they said, can you read in front of the class or read whatever? I used to be like, nah, I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? And would act up or whatever. But having one of the first books that I read outside of the classroom, and when I started to start reading more books, when it came to the app, I read Walter Payton's biography, and I also read Nathan McCall's Make Me Want to Holler.
Yeah.
The famous poet, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
So, but then it gave me more confidence when I read those books. It gave me more confidence to read when I got into the classroom. So, talk to me. I want to ask you, what made you as far as when you say it's an easy read? What do you mean by that? Is it an easy read? And what made you decide to break it down like that with the 21 different things or whatever the case may be?
Nah, that's a great question, though, dog. So to your point, I'm like you, man, because when I was coming up, I didn't really enjoy reading, right? And so what my parents did, which was so transformative, was they ordered me Sports Illustrated magazines because I love sports. So when I read Sports Illustrated, because I love the images, you know what I mean? I said, well, I see these images. I need to know what's going on. What are they talking about? So that's what sparked me to want to read. And so, you know what I mean? That's what my love of reading and love of storytelling. And so I say it's an easy read because let's say it's like if you read, it's just like, let's say if you're reading something, you have day one, right? And so what I did was I took a tidbit of a news article, Why the Man Won, and I just wrote something very simplistic, but also in depth and insightful that you can say, I never thought about it like that. I never looked at it like that. And at the end of it, maybe 1 or 2, 3 paragraphs, there's an action point, something you can say, I can apply it to my personal life. And then final thing is a declaration, something you can speak. So our words have power. And the more we start speaking things over our life, you know what I mean? We can start seeing those things manifest. And so it's just a way to use words as a way to inspire people to make a change in their life. I could say this, man. You said something that kind of like I wanted to make sure I shared. I can't think about it. You said something that sparked me. If it comes back, I'm gonna share it. But yeah, that's pretty much what was my inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Oh, my bad.
What's up?
Appreciate you for coming on tonight and sharing on your book, man. Positivity in the atmosphere. That's good. Something about devotion to a craft or winning culture. But what's your favorite book so that our viewers can get to know you a little bit? What's the one thing you gonna read?
That's a good question. Yeah, so man, I'm gonna tell you straight up, bro. Like, my favorite book is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I don't know if you've seen the show, but the book is phenomenal, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like the book Game of Thrones, like the show, the book crushes it because the Game of Thrones is about strategy. Like, Game of Thrones is a strategic chess book that shows you how to maneuver, how to think outside the box. Iska has so many life lessons in the book that it really is something that I enjoy. And then my second book I'll have to go with is Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom. And the reason why I say that is because, when Nelson Mandela was in prison, like those dudes was in prison, like creating ideas about how they were going to end apartheid. That's crazy. Like literally, locked up, you know what I'm saying, for years, but still like we're going to meet right here. They were like strategic in prison. Like it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And so those are probably my 2 favorite books, right there.
Salute on that one.
Awesome.
And
That's all right, Jones.
Yeah,
hey, look, whenever it pops back, whenever
earlier,
we go, hey, that's what we do here on the No Cash Sports Show, brother. When it pop up, we gonna rap about it. It's all good. That's
okay. No, I'm gonna tell you the point. All right, so now, so I'm gonna hit you. So when you said why reading is so vital, bro. So reading is so vital because I got it. 'Cause I know y'all got to get on y'all show, but this is what I'm. So what happened with reading is that you take the USA men's basketball team. They didn't even finish in the top 3 in the World Games. You know what I mean? So only took the gold. And so we're looking at a time where the world is caught up with us in basketball. And so it's not only how athletic we are on the court, we have to be sharp mentally. And so we want to have that edge. Reading has to become a part of our daily makeup. And that's something that I want to, hopefully inspire the next generation about the importance of reading off the court so that we can be successful on the court.
Salute to that, brother.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all.
That's
all.
Yeah. Hey, they should have heard that speech before they went out there and played.
100%.
They still would have lost.
Because Kobe wouldn't let that happen.
Hey, look, Man,
Yeah, man.
USA sent the B team over there, man. We ain't even sent the A team, man. Come on, man.
It
Knock
might
it
not
off.
have been a B team, oh.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
about to
bro.
say, and look, that wasn't even the 17U, man. That was our 15 B team, man. Get out of here, man.
Man, your man Anthony Edwards said he wasn't even worried about the competition. He said they wasn't even worried about the competition, man. I'm like,
He's
wow.
still young.
Right.
Can we-
15U, man.
Young, immature. He'll
Yeah.
get he'll learn.
15U. 15U, brother.
So look, Jonas, it was a pleasure for you coming on the show and vibing with us. Your book sounds amazing. Can you tell everybody where they can go and get your book and even follow you so they can learn more about you and the book?
Sure, the book is on Amazon. We on Barnes and Noble. You also get a nice bookmark here. If you hit, but if you can also connect with me on Facebook or I'm on Instagram at Jonas and Kosi, and then at my DVTN Sports because it's called Devotion Sports. So that's DVTN Sports on Facebook and Instagram. So but again, you can also reach me at Jonas and Kosi on Facebook as well as Instagram. Yeah. Thank you for your support. Again, it's a good read, good gift. The holidays coming up, you know what I mean? Good something to get into a young person's hands.
Hey, I got a flight coming up. That'll be a good read for me. So I'm
definitely a good read.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you, man, Colbert. Thanks for having me on the show, and all the best to y'all.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure, brother, and you're welcome back anytime.
We see you next time.
Salute, King.
Hey, man. Love it, man. Y'all take care. Be blessed.
All right,
brother.
All right.
Peace.
All right, so what's up, fellas? It's time to talk that shit now, man.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Before we get into everything, man. Oh, don't go nowhere, Fredo. There you go. Hey, look.
What happened, man?
Hey, look. You know you
this show supposed to start at 8.
Hey, you said 7:30.
Man, you said 7:30.
You know what? It said 7:30.
Yeah, it said 7. I was like,
okay, then you know what, then, bro? That's on me, man. I came in the joint. I was like, whoa, this joint's. I'm like, whoa.
You said 7:30. You said 7:30.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry about that, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys. You guys was on point, man. What up, Mills?
Hey, but look,
Hi.
Don't worry about that because me, Old Dog, and Mo have a meeting first thing in the morning about fines and stuff for you and Mills. so don't worry about it. We'll let y'all know. We'll let you know the decision.
Hey Slim, I'm taking mine straight to the Players Association, man. To speak on my behalf.
This podcast not unionized.
It is now, goddammit. It is now, man. What up, family? How y'all doing, man?
Good, man. Better than Alabama.
Ooh,
hey, you know what?
Already? God damn.
Hey, well, you know what? Shots fired already, man. I didn't expect to hear that. That's something that I really don't want to talk about because that's a sensitive spot. You know what I'm saying? We're not done, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not done yet, bro. We're not done. I know a lot of people trying to write us off. We're not done yet, bro. We got something to say about that. Well, it just might not be this year.
Well, Fredo, my grandmother always told me when the buzzer go off on the oven, it's done. And I heard that buzzer go off. So yeah.
Hey, you think we done? Yeah, okay, damn. That's the answer I needed right there.
I think it's tough on y'all, man. That y'all, I think y'all quarterback situation.
It's bad.
I think he might need to go ahead and move and switch positions, man.
You know what?
I don't know if he's ready.
He from the best, man.
He looked a little frustrated back there, and I don't know. So
here's the problem.
Fred, y'all not done in the technical sense of being done.
Right. We done this year.
But y'all done it in terms of competing for some type of title.
I disagree, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. One of the reasons why I disagree because they're opening up the format is going from 4 this year. This is the last year that they're going to 4 in terms of the playoffs to 12. So we're gonna have a shot. Here's the problem in terms of Alabama, man. And you guys know football just as much as I do. You know what I'm saying? When have you guys seen a Nick Saban team get dominated on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, in terms of the line of scrimmage. Texas pumped the hell out of us, man. We couldn't get no pass rush. We could, and our offensive line, we couldn't block anybody. We couldn't sustain any blocks. Our quarterback he's just a one read quarterback. There were plenty of wide receivers open. He just wasn't patient enough. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, it is what it is. We got help on the way next year, man. We got one of the top quarterbacks coming in, man. And like I said, hopefully, it's sad, bro. I'm already looking to next year. So yeah, but we're not done in terms of competing. Yeah, probably this year.
But Fred, we got to tip our hat to Texas too, because they said before the game that they was back, and they showed and proved that they are back. They look like a formidable football team again. Look like they're going to be in the mix the entire season. So I don't want to make it so much about Alabama not playing up to their ability, but more so that Texas, they're back. They're the Texas that we remember. At least after this past week.
Hey, bro, I agree with you 100%. I did not want Sarkisian to go when he was our offensive coordinator. I thought he was going to be the heir apparent to Saban. But unfortunately, like I said, that job in terms of Texas, you couldn't resist. It was an irresistible job. So that's a particular job you got to take. But he's turning that program around. We'll see in terms of what they do in terms of the rest of the year, because, like I said, as of late, they've been folding. But we'll see. It was a great win. There's nothing to take away from Texas. Like I said, they got some guys up. They got some guys up front, man. They got an SEC squad. That's what it is. They got an SEC squad. It ain't a Big Ten squad. I mean, Pac-12, Big Ten. It ain't that type of squad. It's an SEC squad they got, man. So they look very good, man. And like I said, all credit goes to them at the end of the day.
Hey, hold on, real quick though, fellas.
Yeah,
like we all watch football. Old dog watched with a different set of eyes, man. How the hell Nick Saban didn't know this guy couldn't play quarterback? It took about 2 drives. I was looking at the game. I'm like, he can't read the defense.
Right.
At all. Like it ain't even.
First of all, Mo, you said, now I know I've been a little quieter than normal.
Right.
I know my eyes might be a little lower than normal. I had a long day. What you just said was, look at here, fellas.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mills. Yeah. I'm sorry, fellas and Mills. I'm sorry. You wasn't on earlier. Shit, my bad. Correction. Okay. I call it audible.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I like that.
All right, audible.
Okay.
Fellas
carry on.
And Mills. Mm-hmm. They quarterback can't play. Unless they got a Tua Tagovailoa on the bench, like when Jalen Hurts was struggling. The season over, Fred.
We don't.
It's done. It's done.
We don't.
If he can't read a defense, right? And I don't want to get technical, but it wasn't like Texas was playing no crazy coverages, no trap.
They wasn't, bro.
A lot of the game, they was in like cover 3.
They just They just basically dared him to throw the ball, bro. They just like, hey, you know what? We gonna sit back in coverage and we gonna see if you can read the defense. And it was a pretty basic defense, man. Would you say that? Oh, I mean, like I said, you a former cornerback, bro, and you played at a high level. What would you say in terms of that?
I would say when you have a quarterback that you do not respect as far as mentally, you don't know where their mental part of their game is as far as making the right reads and things like that, and you can get a decent pass rush with 4. We're gonna send 4 and we'll drop 7 or 8, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think what Mo said was right. I think what you said was right. He had a one side of the field read. If that first thing wasn't there, then he got very flustered and he would run. So it was tough on him. But I don't know what you was expecting. I mean, he had a great play that was all over ESPN last year, and he did that same thing. And he got a lot of praise for it. When he did come in that one time during the game, he had a 75-yard run. Everybody was talking crazy about it. And it was the same thing. So the young man needs to work on his reads. He will get better. He will learn. And hopefully that offensive line, because they got a lot of young boys, I think, if I'm not mistaken, up front.
We do.
Yeah. So
yeah. I mean, like I said, our offensive line just got dominated, and like you said, Mo, and I mean, they only pressured 4, And we were
Right.
supposed to have a hell of an offensive line. Pretty much been talking shit all summer, and it just haven't came to fruition as of yet, man. I was concerned about our offensive line the first game that we played against East Middle Tennessee State. I think that's where we played the first game. And I didn't think that we looked as good. And I was like, you know what? We could possibly have some problems against Texas. And guess what? We did. So they better fix that up and shore that up real quick, man. I don't know what's going on. It seemed like we just fat and unathletic from an offensive lineman standpoint. We can't sustain, like I said, we can't sustain our blocks or anything. So, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah, Kobe, I'm already looking forward to next year. It's sad, but yeah. But in terms of competing, no, we're not done yet.
Okay.
Saban got a wild card.
So
Especially with all this NIL and transfer stuff, man. It's a wild card up his sleeve.
Yeah, I agree. So what were your guys' thoughts about Colorado this past weekend? What would you think of their performance? Their second performance after such an impressive first week.
What you got, Mills?
I love them. I think they have no fear. Shador is everything. I love them. I looked at our last show when we were doing our picks, and I left out a number 4. I'm gonna go ahead and slide Colorado in there. Now I know that's a brave slide after 2 wins. It's a brave slide.
I like it.
Didn't have a number 4, and it wasn't gonna be Alabama at all. And remember, I kept my home team, Ohio State. I did not put them up there either. So Michigan, Ohio State. Forgot who I said number 3.
You said Michigan, Ohio State. I think you said USC, and you said USC
and let me slide Colorado in there.
Yeah. All right.
When you bring that type of energy out the gate, I was even gonna let them. I was gonna be okay with them losing to TCU. Because I was like, it was such a good game. That's all right. They here. They here for real. They not playing.
Facts. Oh, dog, what was your take watching Colorado play for the second week?
I like Colorado a lot. I like how they move around. I think one of their weaknesses is their defensive line. If Nebraska doesn't fumble the ball twice, we're talking about everybody is going to be a totally different energy. They was down in the scoring zone once. They snapped the ball, it hit the man running in motion. The second time, the quarterback dropped the ball and he fumbled the ball. That's 2 big time turnovers going into the red zone, as well as the momentum. They should have kept running the ball with the young boy, number 20. I think he only had 7 carries in the first game, and I think in the first quarter he had like 7 carries for like 40-some yards. He was toting the rock or whatever the case may be. So I think that's one of Colorado's weaknesses. As far as their strength goes, I can't wait to see them play against some African Americans. I don't want to use the N word on here. Should I say ninjas?
It's No Cap Sports Show podcast.
No, he did right.
In that case, well, I mean, Mills, we can't have it both ways. Are we saying we the No
Cap Sports Show and we go with your gut. Go with what you first started to say. Don't listen to Fred.
Right. Yeah, you're right. So my gut was the completely crazy, but seriously though, I want to see them against Oregon. I want to see them against USC. I want to see them against some guys who can say, you know what? I'm going to earn my NIL money, just like you going to earn your NIL money. And when you go like this to me, I want Caleb Williams to go like this to Shador and be like, damn, I got the Heisman. So when you go like this to me, Shador, I'm going to go like this to you because I got the Heisman. So I want to see that type of energy, right? I want to see those. And then from there, I want to see, where it goes. But I liked it. Sorry, I was a little long. I like what they look like. I love how I just want to see them play against some speed. I think they're going to beat up Colorado State, which they should. Absolutely. And then we're going to get a little taste of them playing against some people with some speed against Oregon, and it's on the road. So I love it. I can't wait to see that game. But I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for all them young boys. I'm rooting for them. Every last one of them. All the transfers, all the guys that left the school and went back to Colorado, and hometown. I love the energy around there, from Chauncey Billups to Cameron to everybody. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
100%. Mo, were you impressed?
Hey, I think the dude on Belly said it, man. Ain't nothing good in Nebraska. Bro, this Nebraska, bro. What we talking about? You know what I mean? This to be determined. Hey, old dog said it best. Like, you know what I mean? This, no disrespect to the athletes at Nebraska. They're on a D1 scholarship. Salute all them young kings.
Tom Osborne is a good friend of mine. He's a great man. Great Val Kilmer to the best, to the utmost. No doubt.
They ain't there yet, dog. They ain't there yet.
Not at all.
I watched 3 quarterbacks, right? And I was just shaking my head. The Clemson quarterback, not there. Alabama and Nebraska. Those 3 players should not be starting at the QB position for a Division I university. I'm just keeping it real. So I can't wait to see Colorado go up against some confident quarterback play. I'm not saying I don't like it. I love it. I love that they're bringing the HBCU swag to Division I football. I love it. And all the talk that was said that it wouldn't be successful and it wouldn't work, it's working. But for me to be a man and be real and stand on it, I got to see it against some real competition.
Facts.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, Kobe, I ain't really got too much to say on that. I mean, like I said, Mo, Mills, and O-Dog, they stole my thunder, man. I mean, there's something special. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and look here, it's already been a successful season. They won 2 games. I think they won one last year. So I mean, damn. I mean, all you can do is go up at this point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Deion ain't gonna be there for too long. Deion going to SEC.
Nah, Deion coming back. Deion coming home.
Y'all talk about an anniversary show. Hey, deja vu when Fred froze.
Deion coming home. Deion coming home.
You said what?
Deion coming home.
To FSU?
I believe that.
Florida State.
I don't believe that, man. That coach, like I said, that coach. Novell got that thing rolling in Florida State, man.
Yeah, he got us rolling. But the same way we gonna hold Colorado accountable, we gonna hold Florida State accountable. We beat LSU. Right. Okay, cool. Our second game, whatever. Let's see some a little bit better competition, and he needs to win. You've been there 3 years.
They gonna steamroll through that ACC.
Right, but I'm not talking about we supposed to win those games, Mr. Fred. I'm talking about the real games. Yeah, our ACC. Like, come on, man.
Hey, so who else was y'all impressed with Saturday? It was a lot of games on tap. Mills, who were you impressed with other than Colorado?
You want my honest answer?
Yeah.
I don't remember nobody else.
You didn't check out Taboo this weekend?
I wasn't impressed with.
Who that?
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Another team with quarterback issues.
What did Uncle Fredo tell y'all a couple weeks ago when Sean Springs was on the show? What did Uncle Fredo say? And y'all sat there and looked at me. I mean, y'all castrated me. Y'all dogged me out.
Sean already said it. Sean already said, "Oh, look, they shopping right now. They in the transfer portal. Look, they already in the transfer portal trying to get a quarterback. And look, Sean said, man, how much they need. Put it in. I got some extra change. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Yeah, man. Man. God,
Ohio State can't win like that.
No,
Ohio State can't win like that. They gonna win in the Big Ten, but when they go against some speed and play against them, they quarterback. Because all you gotta do is double team Harrison and put your best corner on the other guy, and then it's like, okay, now who you gonna throw the ball to?
Eckmore or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't really. He gotta show me a little bit more. He catch everything, but I'm not worried about him going past. Put like this, I judge wide receivers on if I went out the night before. I'm going out on that guy, and I'm hanging out all week long. Mills, I'm hitting Mills. Mills, where you at? Happy hour on me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it started.
Beep the horn. Beep the horn. I'm there.
Yeah, shit.
Hey, Kobe, I'm impressed with your Notre Dame squad, bro.
They play.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. We 3-0 right now, but we haven't played tremendous competition. But
neither is everybody else, bro. Neither is everybody else.
But one thing about Notre Dame, even when they play these average or less than average teams, you can kind of tell what kind of season they're going to have by the way they go ahead and bury teams. Because
They got a quarterback.
last year they struggled with some folks that they shouldn't have struggled with.
Yeah, because
And
they
this
didn't
year,
have Sam Hartman.
They didn't. They have a veteran quarterback now. They have a hell of a running back. They got some speed at receiver. And they putting up 45 to 50 points every game right now, which is good. And I like that. And I like
plays
that
complimentary football.
Their defense is playing well, and I think if any season, I'm kind of excited for September the 23rd because I think we finally going to get Ohio State with their quarterback issues, and I'm just hoping in the next week and a half they don't get a competent quarterback back there because I really believe this is the year that we stomp that ass, and I will be driving down Route 7 to holler at Big Bro so we can go get the state.
That part
That's
right
great.
there.
That's great.
Man.
Hey, which I hate to switch it up the college situation and go straight to the pros. What you think
ahead,
about
look
the
at it,
Aaron
Bob,
Rodgers
look at that.
situation?
Oh man,
Would you-
that shit is
would-
sad, bro. Like from anybody that's I've been on my occupation for 17, going to my 18th year. Anytime you put that much blood, sweat, equity, and and then you to go out like that, like you've been training all off season. He finally played a preseason game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Showing up, being a real leader.
Right.
Fourth play of the game, bro. Like, oh man, you hate to see that, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no AstroTurf either, because we
I
played
wanted
on.
to bring that up. Is that an issue? Because when I dislocated my shoulder racing on AstroTurf. Now, again, that may just be me, but
not
is
the
it a
kind that
problem?
they have, Mills. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, it ain't the same stuff that they had back in the day. Like the stuff that they
Hell
had.
nah,
back in the day.
hell nah, hell nah. I'm gonna contest to that. Hell nah, it ain't the same stuff they had back in the day. I'm fucked up. I mean, I'm fucked up now because of some of that same stuff we played back in the day.
So back in
Philadelphia veterans,
in the
veterans
day,
field
they used to
turf.
have concrete underneath that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
God.
more like sod now. That's why you see the little pellets in it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
the
saying?
little black
Yeah.
thing.
So I
Yeah,
ain't have much.
that's all those old tires, by the way. Just so y'all know that.
Right.
It's
Facts.
old cut up
Yep.
tires and refined. And the actual first place to do it was actually up in Vancouver and Seattle. And in Seattle, Seahawks was the first place to have that brand new turf.
So
that's
y'all saying it's not the turf's fault.
Not that time.
It's
That's
the
a freak.
best-
That's just
the
a
best
freak
turf
That's a
accident.
freak
we had.
accident.
It was just tough
That's a
luck.
freak.
It was
Yeah,
just
that's a
tough
freak
luck.
accident. Freak accident. Now I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't speak to the left tackle no more.
Yeah, you saw that too, bro.
Yeah,
Right.
if I'm the wide receiver, if I'm what's his name? What's his name? Tyler is his last name?
I don't know,
For
man,
the-
but
for the
it was
Jets.
terrible.
The
You
wide
talking about
receiver.
Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson. I'm tripping.
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. If I was Garrett Wilson, I'm not speaking to the tackle no more.
Nope.
I don't care. I don't care if we're in the cold tub, hot tub, brunch, breakfast, lunch. Don't say nothing to me because the whiff that he did, he's supposed to take because the ball's supposed to come out right away. So certain plays like that, the tackle is supposed to cut the defensive lineman and cut his legs out from under him. You can cut in the tackle box, right? So you're supposed to just cut him right away because Aaron Rodgers. So that's why Aaron Rodgers reversed out like that. You know what I'm saying? When he seen him, you remember he didn't run away from him. He seen him coming. He tried to reverse out away from him. That tackle is supposed to cut that man right away. He's supposed to cut that man right away, and he did a little fake little arm
was
thing like
lazy.
that. Watch it. It was very lazy.
Yeah.
Very lazy. And guys like that, Siri.
Okay.
Guys like that, you got to see me.
Okay. Yeah. Old dog out. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, you got to see me.
What you got, Mo?
Yeah, no, I was about to say, like, they teach offensive linemen, if you get beat that bad, just hold it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just tackle my man, because you can get somebody hurt like that. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Shit, he did.
He did. I mean, that's what they teach them offensive linemen. You get beat that bad, cornerback, offensive line, somebody hold, man. We'd rather take the PI or whatever
100%.
holding penalty than get Aaron Rodgers
100%.
killed back there, because it could have been a lot worse. Like, I don't think people know, like, it's a bootleg to the blind side, and he's expecting no one to be there.
Right.
100%.
Yep. And like I said, at first I thought it was turf toe or something. I was like, oh, I mean, he must look like he jammed his toe.
Nah,
But
I knew
oh,
that
you knew
right.
right.
I
You
said-
knew right then and there.
I
Oh,
said-
when you saw it,
yeah,
y'all,
I looked at his foot, and his foot was
Okay,
when
okay.
his foot was hanging like that. When he
Ah.
when he got up and he sat down, I knew it right then.
Mm.
I
That's
knew it
tough,
right
man.
then. I know it
That's
right then.
tough.
Ain't no need to go to that blue tent. He could say that. Shit, take me to the ambulance. I'm out of here.
yeah, that is tough.
Hell,
man.
we going
God.
to the blue. What we going to the blue tent to say that if my shit is torn? Some shit I already know.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What the blue tent gonna do? Come on,
Hey,
man.
hey, on that note, old dog, what got me is they're like, yeah, we're gonna do this MRI. For what?
Right.
For what? For
We
what?
gonna do an MRI. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Everybody in that stadium knew what it was, and it's sad because I really wanted to see what the boy Wilson or whatever. I wanted to see what they can do. I thought the Jets could literally. I thought they can make some noise and definitely be a strong figure in that AFC. And then I just wanted to see them compete. All the good, all these quarterbacks in the AFC. I would have loved to see them compete and go against each other. So
So do
it's
y'all think
unfortunate.
he'll rehab and try again just to get a season under his belt with the
Oh,
Jets?
yeah.
Oh
He
yeah,
pretty,
man.
he pretty much said that in a statement today. That's what he alluded to, that he'll be back.
Yeah. So
yeah. But let me ask y'all this though, right? And Omar, you can probably answer this better than anyone.
man, everybody can answer it better. I mean, y'all ain't gonna have me in here answering every
No,
question.
man,
Have
look
me
here,
talking
man,
over
right? I
y'all
get it.
and y'all motherfucking head.
We ba-
Shit.
like I said, we
You
basketball
football
players
resident,
here,
man.
man.
Oh my gosh.
You got responsibility, man. You
Hey,
football
Yeah, man.
resident,
You're supposed to be the insider.
Yeah.
Mo
look,
is the
I'm-
stats and the
Yeah.
data.
Exactly. You are the insider.
Hey, look, I am the insider. Believe that. I can give you some inside scoop.
Exactly.
Up now. So go ahead. Though.
But
Go
look,
ahead. For real.
so being as though Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old, about to turn 40, and you're talking about a significant injuries in terms of tearing his Achilles. I mean, will he be able to bounce back from that? I mean, he ain't no spring chicken,
hold on.
All
and
right,
that is a hell of a, like I said, and they said that's a hell of a rehab in
He gonna
terms of
he
Achilles.
gonna be getting that dry
in terms of
needling
rehabbing
like
the
I'm
Achilles.
getting in my knee.
Huh?
Yeah.
That
Tell him,
dry
man.
needling and cryotherapy.
Well, the
Yeah.
question was he gonna try? Shit, hell yeah, he gonna try.
Try. Yeah, okay.
Fact.
Keyword being try. Yeah, man.
Fact.
So who do you think they should go after in terms of quarterback to replace him? Because Wilson ain't gonna get it done.
Let me
I
just
think
let me just tell y'all this real quick, and then y'all can take from it what you want. Wes Walker tore his knee at the end of the season one year in New England. When they had OTAs and mini camps, he was back practicing with no brace on. Kobe Bryant tore his stuff one time, and he spent the summer in Europe. Right.
Right.
Certain places in different places around the world have different philosophies and stuff when it comes to medicine.
Wow.
So
That part right
I'm
there.
gonna let you guys go with that. We can't talk. We can talk a little bit when we go offline.
Gotcha.
But let's just say, man, if you see some little kids walking around, man, if they had a thing where we could just take a scoop of some of that energy they got, man. We'll say energy, right? It'll be a beautiful thing. So just understand, he's blessed. Obviously, when it comes to money, he will be spending some of his time across the pond. He's going, it's definitely some stuff that's going to help him get back right. So we'll leave it at that. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah. Yeah. So let's talk about it, man. In terms of
They cloned Tyrone.
No, he don't.
You
he
laughing.
He definitely gonna get some abracadabra done. Don't get that twisted. But at the same time, he is pushing 40. And those other two guys that Omar mentioned, they were 5, 6, 7 years younger than where he is now. So I mean, we'll see. I hope he bounced back because he's my second favorite player in the entire NFL land. It was good to see him finally happy again, loving the game. He
being around them young boys,
and he was totally invested in the Jets organization. He was totally invested in New York City, and they was
Yeah.
pouring back into him, man. It just looked like it was a perfect marriage, and it looked like a recipe for success this season. And I'm sad for him and all the Jets fans, because I thought this season could have been special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, man. Yeah, and like I said, in terms of recapping, like I said, week one in terms of the NFL, man. Like I said, in terms of you guys, who impressed and who didn't impress in terms of teams and players, man. We all jump in together. What you got, Mills? You up here laughing? What you got?
My Cowboys.
I mean,
I
there you go.
mean, a
Okay,
shutout.
I'll give you
I
that.
was not expecting that. Did I go to bed early? Absolutely. I was surprised when I woke up in a shutout. Great. Kudos to your Commanders. It makes me feel good when like you could go to a game and just party. Like that's what that game seemed like.
Okay.
Kudos to the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? You know they did.
But that was expected, Mills.
Oh, here we go. Why can't you just let me just give you the kudos? I'm sorry about the Bengals.
Because
Oh,
Mills,
no, we good.
I just want to make it clear there's a clear separation between your team and my team. We're not on the same level.
Mo got something to say about that.
It's levels to this shit.
Clearly, we're superior.
No.
We were the ones in Sunday night. We were in primetime love. That's where you can always catch us. Thank you. Thank you. Next.
They just like Jerry Jones. They want to see Jerry Jones in the stadium. No, they was in New York, wasn't it?
Yeah, they was in New York.
Yeah, no matter. Prime time is where we are.
See, you're like a half court shot. You keep shooting them, you bound to make one.
Right. No, I ain't mad at. We haven't beat. Joey B hasn't beat Cleveland at all, and we, like you can't expect it. One thing about it, what we not going to do is we not going to disrespect these people that work on their craft and their skill set. And if you think you're going to come out there and play and you don't play at all in the preseason and you're injured or whatever the case may be, you're not going to come out there and go crazy like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Cleveland, it's a pride thing. And that one thing about the AFC North, it's a pride thing, and you got Deshaun Watson stuff. Like I said, and Joey B hasn't beat Cleveland. So I already know. I'm not worried about that type of stuff or whatever. So we good.
One thing about the Bengals, you're not worrying about them losing week one, but I was. It was an eyebrow raiser. Them only scoring 3 points because, I mean, that offense is supposed to be one of the top 2-3 most potent offenses in the league. So putting up 3 points with the potentially top 3 quarterback, best receiving, first or second best receiving core in the league, that's something that you just don't expect out of them.
Well, it doesn't matter if it was week one.
Joe Burrow's credit, he didn't play in preseason.
It doesn't matter if it's week 1 or if it's week 8. I'm gonna repeat myself. We don't do good and we don't play well against Cleveland. Cleveland's secondary has always talked shit to the wide receivers in Cincinnati. Denzel Ward and them boys. They got some dogs over there. And they let them boys know. That's why Jamar Chase said what he said. They be going back and forth. So, they come on, man. I'm not. You're not gonna get me tonight. No way. Next topic.
So to answer your question directly,
Joe Burrow.
What surprised me that everybody didn't realize that Josh Allen had that many goddamn turnovers. I've been saying that on the show for 2 years now, that the Bills not going anywhere if Josh Allen continues to play the way he does. You can't. I don't care what quarterback you are. Cam Newton, Josh Allen, newsflash. If you lower your head in the National Football League, somebody's going to put you on IR. Or it's going to be an attrition thing. You don't build up enough calluses in your body to be trucking linebackers every day. So we were surprised. It surprised me that everybody else was surprised that he played like that. That's what he does. It's games that he'll play really well, and then there's games that it's like that. A guy that surprised me in the right direction was Tua. I've been a hater of Tua for a long time. I'm going to be honest.
I know. I don't know why.
His arm strength. He don't have enough arm strength to be consistent with it, Fred. I want to see that same throw in week 17 after he's been throwing the ball for 16 other weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or against a different secondary, because there was a couple of them he just left up there, Tyreek Hill, especially that touchdown on I think it was the right corner end zone where Tyreek hit the cornerback should have picked that. It was a lollipop. Tyreek took it from him. Some of those 50-50 balls later on in the season, when the weather get bad, he is in the AFC East. I want to see how it's going to turn out for him. But you asked me about week 1. That's who surprised me. Josh Allen, the national media, with that narrative, definitely surprised me. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go another route with this one because nobody disappoints you week 1. You're just crazy if somebody disappoints you, right? The play of the rookie quarterbacks really surprised me in this class. I watched pretty much all the games. Shout out to YouTube for having that like quad screen because I was able to watch multiple games at one time. None of the rookies looked that bad. You know what I mean? They still look like rookies at times, but 2 draft classes ago, everybody looked bad. This year, you can see competent quarterback play from C.J. Stroud to Anthony Richardson to Bryce. Maybe not Bryce, but and I think about like Bryce he had his moments, but I think it's because his receiving core is not up to par. But that's for me. I know I went a little bit long there, team, but those were my surprises for week 1.
We ain't going no long shit.
Exactly.
Who is one of Bryce Young's receivers? Can you name? I can't.
Hayden Hurst.
You say Hayden Hurst.
Who's that?
Right,
Who's that?
And the guy they picked up, the white guy that they picked, the white wide receiver they picked up from Minnesota.
Oh, from Minnesota. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, he must be in witness protection because I ain't see him on Sunday.
And exactly. That's part right there, bro.
Thielen. Yeah.
Now you know what, man? Jordan Love was very impressive, man. Green Bay quarterback, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you look at Green Bay's history, man, they have a lineage of quarterbacks. You talking about Brett Favre, you know what I'm saying, to Aaron Rodgers, and then like I said, he could be the next in line, man. I know it's week 1, but I've always somewhat never slept on him, man. That's what I was telling what Sean Springs was trying to tell us that the other day when he was on live with us. But we was like, we're not shocked. We're not going to be shocked if they make the playoffs or if they win that division. Like I said, it's something about that franchise, man. It's quite impressive.
Fred, you gotta look at it like this. They see Aaron Rodgers every day in practice, and they see Jordan Love every day in practice. So it's the reason why they was like, I think we ready to move on. So,
you're right, bro.
It's not that he might be better than Aaron Rodgers right now, but it's a certain point in time where it's like, okay, no matter what business or profession we in, you know what I mean? If I can get great quality work and I can get it for cheaper, don't look at it as a true business, Yeah. I was released. They asked me to take a pay cut. I was like, you crazy as shit. I'm not taking no pay cut, no damn Canada. Are you crazy? And they asked me to take a pay cut, and I was like, nah, I'm good. But the young boy, when I got injured, the young boy had a great game, and that's what true veterans do. That's some of the reasons why I was a little upset at A-Rod. You know what I mean? And I don't know how he was with him every day, day in and day out. But if you're a true competitor and you really love this game, there's nothing wrong with going to get that young boy that's coming, even if he is there to take your spot. You supposed to give, because eventually you were somebody that took somebody else's spot, right? So give him game. Help him go out there, but let him know that you're not gonna take my shit. I'm a dog, and you're gonna have to earn this shit. You know what I mean? Right. So I think they start that young quarterback. He's not tied to Aaron Rodgers. I think that young quarterback, that's the reason. I mean, that young coach, that's the reason why they drafted the young boy. And I think that's the reason why they was trying to get his ass out of there 2 years ago or whatever. But, with management and, other things off the field, I think that's the reason why they let him get one more. But, I mean, they saw Jordan Love every day in practice. They knew, I think they knew what he was doing. And, like, you can't really judge him off of practice, but you can sort of say, okay, I think it might be time to let's throw him in the fire. He might not have, even if Aaron Rodgers, that's not his man, he's still watching him go to work every day. He's still watching him, picking his brain. He's still saying, okay, this is this play, such and such and such. Well, this is this read. They still in meetings together, right? And stuff like that. So I think that's going to help that young man out. And that's what I think a lot of quarterbacks should do coming into the league. It's tough to go into the league and play right away. Yeah, you can. Yeah, okay, one first pick, second, third pick. But if you can get a veteran that has had success, right? I mean, with anything, look at anybody in our job. If you can get somebody that's done that before and had some success, and they can teach you some stuff that we might have to go through, then we're gonna be more prepared when it comes time for us to deal with that. So
Point.
That's a
Good
great
point.
point, old dog. I said the same thing on the show. Like, I don't know what happened to the NFL. We used to have it where guys would come in and sit behind. Like, you think of somebody
Yes, sir.
like as talented as Michael Vick, right? Michael Vick, everybody knew he was the shit coming out of Virginia Tech, right? But he still sat behind Scott Chandler. Because
Yep.
that was just
Yep.
the way it went, right? And that made
Yeah.
Michael Vick, I believe, a better person because the game
Right.
slowed down. You know what I'm saying? He still didn't read the playbook.
Point, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike Vick. You
Right.
know, he was that talented, but the game was a little slower, man. And one thing about it, if Derek Carr, not David Carr, my bad, if he didn't teach y'all anything, bro, you can't take them hits back off your body. You know, while you trying to
Houston set him up to fail.
while you trying to learn the game, bro, you getting hit. You don't know your protections. You really don't know the defense. Well, you know the defense. Defense don't change, right? From the time you really in high school, college, to then it's all the same, but the speed is different. You understand what I mean? So until you get adjusted with that, you getting hit.
But that's how I felt about Sam Howell. You know,
Who?
Good point, Mills.
you know,
Good point, Mills.
you can't keep getting hit like that now and
No,
again.
you cannot.
No.
You won the
No.
game.
Mm-mm.
Everybody
No.
loved it. The go-go was playing, but you know,
No.
it's gonna hurt and you're gonna feel it. So, you know, I don't know if it was like 6 blows he took. I don't know, but you can't go in every week with that. So
No. Like I said, I like Sam Howell. You know, I really do. Like I say, he's you know, he has a strong arm. Like I say, he can escape. He has, you know, he can get out the pocket. He can improvise and stuff like that. But you're right. He takes too many unnecessary hits, man. And at the end of the day, you keep taking them. You keep taking them unnecessary hits. Those hits are going to add up over time. Bottom line.
Him Mills, like
him for trying to move too much.
Nah, for him for not understanding he got a damn check down.
Thank you, Mo.
And he got a sideline where he can throw the ball out of bounds.
Take the check down.
Mo, you just said one of the best things ever. You pick a beautiful woman in the stands, find someone on both sides, and try to hit her in the face with the ball. Real shit. I'm serious, because you gotta understand the hit he took on the sideline, Mills. That's just him trying to get a first down, and he took a big blow from a defensive lineman. That's a dog. He is a monster. That linebacker that hit him right there, he is a monster. The stuff that he took in the pocket, if he finds somebody to just throw it away, a lot of people don't understand that. If you throw the ball away, one, you do not take a hit. Two, you give us a chance again to come back on third down, or even fourth down. You give us an opportunity to punt. It's okay. A football game is a war made up of many battles. Sometimes we're not going to go down and score every time. But if we can throw this ball away and not try to throw an interception, and we do a punt and we pin them back on the two, now field position has changed. All of that shit plays a part. And that's what coaches stress. So when, no disrespect to Dak Prescott or somebody else throws interceptions, or Sam Howell or Joey B or Lamar, sometimes that's why coaches sometimes get so mad and they go off on them, because of the simple, hey, just throw the ball away. Or like Mo said, throw a check down, because even if you throw a check down, they get paid too. That running back might make people miss and get a first down. But you, and those check downs,
they were there.
Yeah, they were there the whole game.
And he was missing reads. There were wide receivers that were open. He was just missing reads because he was locking in on one particular wide receiver. And you can't do that. These defensive coordinators get paid for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, I like him. I like what we got in him. I like the fact that he doesn't get rattled. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't make this. I was gonna say he doesn't make the same mistake twice, but in this particular game he did. So it was 2 or 3 or 4 different times.
He got his ass rocked on that sideline.
He sure hell did, bro.
Well, number seven tried to run through his ass.
What up, Ebony? Quote? What Ebony say?
Eric Bieniemy probably made him run 20 miles.
Well, he sure ain't make his running backs run enough during the damn game.
Yeah, man.
He got too cute during the game. They had
too cute.
You know what I'm saying? You already know they backed up. I think it was on like the 10, 15 yard line. Run the ball 3 times. You know Sam Howell young. One of those
That's
turnovers
what
was on the
we just
offensive
said.
coordinator.
Yeah.
And,
You know
and
what
run
I'm
play
saying?
action off that or something. And this offense is supposed to be predicated off quick passing. You know what I'm saying? Just quick passing, get the ball out of your hands. It just seems like he just did a 3-step, 3 or 4 steps or what have you, and surveyed throughout the whole entire field, holding on to the ball too long, and just seeing who he can find in terms of locking in on one receiver. And I'm like, bro, what happened to the quick game? I didn't see no quick slants. I didn't see none of that.
Bro, you
But
just said something I don't agree with.
Right.
This
Hopefully he's
offense-
setting up something for the future, man. And well, especially this game coming up this weekend. So we'll see.
Who y'all got this weekend?
We got Denver at Denver.
Oh, that's right. That's
Pat,
right.
Hey,
What
Pat
Jonas said.
Surtain
Jonas
gonna have
said
2
that.
of them things.
Huh?
Jonas said that.
Pat Surtain gonna have 2 of them things. He gonna be.
Hey,
in
man.
the zone.
Who y'all got this week? Who y'all got this week, Kobe?
I don't know, but before I tell you that, I gotta apologize to the no cap viewers because we just wasted a lot of y'all time talking about the Commanders. I apologize. I apologize for the entire team. You know what I mean? We spent absolutely too much time talking about the Commanders. I am sorry.
Fact.
Tonight's podcast is brought to you by the Watching the Commanders. Thank you.
So look, we got Cincinnati next week in Cincinnati.
Oh, we on Cincinnati.
Old dog gonna put something on the grill, gonna put a wager on this thing. He probably gonna try to avoid me, but because he think I'm bad luck watching the game with me. But hey, look, we about to get in them boys.
All right, let's see. All right, that's what's up, man. Keep me posted on that. But look here, Mills. I'm gonna go ahead and let you flow with this one, Mills. I just put this up on the screen right now. Just bear me for 1 second.
Okay.
I know it's something that me and you talked about behind the scenes the other day.
Yeah, while you doing that, I want to say shout out to Vashti and shout out to Tammy Addison.
Yes, sir. Shout out to folks. AJ, shout out to Eb.
Tammy Addison, it's so good to see you back on the show, love bug.
That's what's up. So look here, guys. In honor of the 50th anniversary of hip hop, I want to know from you guys, man. Give me your favorite hip hop albums you would want to experience all over again.
Too easy.
Golly. Why are the names escaping me? And this is my segment. Can I start though?
Yeah,
of course. It starts with you.
So are we doing Mills? Are we doing one album or a collection of albums?
Do what you want for this one. We'll get it more streamlined next week. I'm gonna go Tribe Called Quest. So I wish we would say groups. I can't think of no album names.
Okay.
The Blueprint, Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I really like Bone Thugs and Harmony first album. I
love
don't know if
Bone
that
Thugs.
rates
They
like
one of my
the top, but I love them. I don't know.
That's who the Bengals played this
Tupac.
past Sunday, the Bone Thugs.
Tupac, whatever album California Love was on, and Biggie.
Oh Lord, she said just whatever album.
Yeah, that. All right, I'm done.
All right, what you got, Mo?
Man, it's
off the top.
It's a lot of good ones out there, man. Oh man, if I had to go with one, and this album, when I was listening to this, I played football. So Young Jeezy, Let's Get It. That was his Thug Motivation 101. That was his first album he came out with. And then if I'm real hip hop, it would be Outkast, ATLiens.
Oh yeah,
was another one that was hot. But I'm a little younger than y'all, so one album that I really got into, I don't know why I did, man. I don't remember Busta Rhymes' first album, what's the name of it. But when I was young, Busta Rhymes was real cool to me, man. He was like a superhero or something because he was so animated.
Right.
But yeah, those are 3 right there. If I could live those experiences all over again, I would.
What you got, Cobra?
Illmatic. It was written. Stillmatic. And then I go with the Fugees' first album. Mobb Deep first album.
Hey.
Right.
Wu-Tang.
Outkast, what's that? Southern
Southern
Playlist
Playlist.
Southern Playalistic, yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
album, and then
Ain't nobody dope as me.
yeah, and then my alternates would be Reasonable Doubt and Ready to Die.
Oh, that's it, bro.
Yeah.
What you got? Oh,
Some of the summer I got Illmatic.
Mm.
I have I got Illmatic. When I was 94, when I went to prep school, I was dealing with a lot. My beautiful girlfriend at the time, good people, cool folks, high school sweetheart. She gave me the CD called My Life, and Mary
yeah.
J. Blige.
Mm.
That helped me get through a lot of shit.
Damn.
My love, Brent. I said high school years ago. Just in case you watch.
Disclaimer, had to put that shit up.
Another album that helped me get through prep school when you going through a lot and you out there by yourself or whatever the case may be. Mo, you gonna like this one? Goody Mob.
Oh,
Their first album.
cell therapy.
So Goody Mob. Goody Mob.
Why you do that face?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what because that's the face that I was giving them when I'm giving them that motherfucking work. You damn right.
You got to
So
get up,
Goody
get
Mob,
out, and move something.
Yeah. So Goody Mob. Then my brother Ike put me on. I listened to Jay, but I was listening to Jay on the Dead Presidents. He made me go back and he put me on some songs. Said, "Nah, you gotta listen to the album." So Jay's first album, obviously Reasonable Doubt, and then when I got out of college or whatever, I loved Freeway, his first album. I love his first album, and then in Jeezy, when Jeezy's album, his first album, I think it was 03 or something, 02, whatever it was, when Jeezy's first album came out. Thug Motivation, yeah, those were my albums, and that's when I was good times.
Hey, you used to rock that T.I. joint too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Which one?
Yeah,
Serious? Which one?
The joint with Rubber Band Man on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. You said, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Yes, to all the viewers and listeners out there, we want to know, the No Cap Sports Show podcast. We want to know, hey, give us your favorite hip hop album you would want to experience all over again. Make sure you go ahead and type that in or put that in the comment section because, like I said, we want to know at the end of the day. In terms of me, guys, like I said, Mo, Mills, Cole, I mean, you pretty much said it all. I mean, those are the same albums that, like I said, I would love to experience all over again. Obviously, you guys know I'm a Nas guy all day long, and I bangs all day long with Mobb Deep. Anything Mobb Deep, anything Nas and Scarface. I'm with it all day long.
Yes,
so,
Houston.
Hell, yes, all day.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Let me ask y'all this, man. We about to switch up a little bit, man.
Okay.
And this is something serious, right? I want to know your thoughts about Kevin Porter, right? You know he's in the news. Like I said, a Houston Rockets guard, trouble guard, should I say, for allegedly, it's like a domestic dispute that he had with his girlfriend. His girlfriend had a broken or fractured vertebrae or what have you. Like I said, I know he's been in some trouble before and stuff like that. And I know this is alleged or what have you. But I just want to speak on it, man. And, I just want to get you guys' perspective and thoughts in terms of that, man. Anybody just jump in.
I don't want to speak on it. So
I'm about to say, I ain't got no.
I'm not speaking on it because the young lady that who, got the situation going on, God, somebody pray for, that's a terrible, terrible situation. But her sister is the wife of Dwayne Haskins, and I am a character such and such and such, so I don't want any of this to come back if I say something wrong or whatever. So I'm gonna remove myself from this situation just in case I am, subpoenaed or whatever the case may be.
Okay, respect that, big bro.
So I don't want to talk about that, but bottom line is nobody deserves anything like that. Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know none of them, but my stance on it, bro. Until I get all the facts, I don't have no comment on
Yeah,
nobody.
I'ma
I need
stay out of
all the 5 W's because I don't know. All I can say is keep goddamn hands to yourself. That's all I can say is, and you stay out of trouble. But I don't know. I know Kevin Porter's been in trouble before. I just hope everything cleared up and shit. Nobody go to jail or anything like that. Nobody miss a bag. But if it did happen the way it's supposed to be, you're down bad. That's all I got to say about that, man. You know, there's consequences in life. You down bad if that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I don't know the circumstances at hand. So that's more opinion on it.
Fact. I'm with that. So I guess Mills, y'all ain't got nothing. Mills and I ain't got nothing to say on it either. Y'all like.
Well,
I don't have anything to say. It's just, you know, I don't know a lot about Kevin Porter. I don't know his history. Right. Again, all of this is alleged. You know, you're innocent until proven guilty. However, I will say, as you all know, you know, this is professional athletes have a history of domestic violence. Now, I don't know any data to say, you know, how many, and, you know, I have not heard of anything recently. So I hope that, you know, it works out the way it's supposed to work out. No man or woman should put their hands on the other one, you know. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Can I say something real quick though?
Yeah. Say what you want.
Mills, I understand what you're saying about professional athletes, but there's teachers out there that get in trouble too. But the reason why we don't understand about teachers or businessmen in the professional world is because they're not covered and they're not people that's going around following them. So when we say, yeah, it's professional athletes, I have a problem with that because I used to be a professional athlete, and I have a problem with sometimes people saying, well, this is a history of professional. It's a history of it being done not only with professional athletes, but with all forms of men doing domestic violence against women, period. It shouldn't be because of my occupation, we say professional athletes. The bottom line is it's a man that did something terrible, allegedly to a woman.
Yeah, right.
The reason why we know about it is because his occupation calls for him to be followed in such and such and such or whatever. Because we know it's been news reporters, it's been businessmen, guys that run Fortune 500 companies, Einstein, this person, and that person, where they are not covered the way athletes are. So that's the reason why the history is there for professional athletes. I'm sorry. I just get in my feelings.
You don't have to apologize.
Bro, you say what you feel.
No, I'm not apologizing. Wait a minute, hold on.
No. I don't take back what I said either, but I accept what you said.
Nor should you.
But I accept what you said.
Nor should you. Nor should you. And I'm just telling you that is, I have a problem with that because of the simple fact is, why has it got to be, well, athletes have a history of such and such and such or whatever? It's a reason why it's a history. Right, because you know about it. Because you know about it because they're covered.
And that's true as well.
Yeah.
Okay. For sure.
It doesn't negate what I said or negate what you said.
Not at all. It's
a difference of opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, however you look at it, man. Like I said, domestic violence is everywhere. Like I said, professionally, I mean, professional sports, outside of professional sports, it's everywhere. And like I said, it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen at the end of the day, at all, man. But it does. Like I said, for me, you know what I'm saying. Look here, I've had a situation. I've had an incident in terms of that in my past. So you know what? Look, it's. You know, to what Omar said, I understand what he's talking about. And I understand what you're talking about, Mills, too. But I definitely understand what Omar is talking about in terms of it's just not professional athletes.
Was yours on ESPN?
Absolutely
everywhere.
Not.
Was yours on ESPN? With the situation
sure was.
you talk about? Okay, then. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
but to O's point, though, and to Mills' point, I'm going to meet y'all right in the middle. Oh, from the time that you got media training, right? That shit happens in college. Sometimes it happens in high school. You already know what it is. Move around. 100%. You got to move around smart. With great response, to whom much is given, much is to be expected. So move around that shit because you know it's gonna be on there. And it's not just professional athletes, it's African American professional athletes. So if you know this was coming with you, move your ass around. So this to any athlete out there. And I'm not degrading women at all or men, whoever you dating. They made a lot more of them. It ain't worth it. Go find another one. I promise you there's another one somewhere. It ain't worth it to put your hands on that one. And most of the time it's off of disrespect. And all of it's alleged, so I'm not speaking on that man's case because I don't know him. I don't know what the hell happened in this case. I don't even watch this shit anymore. And excuse me for cursing. But when I see negativity come about athletes or people in our community, unless it's affecting my bottom line, I don't even read that shit anymore because it's all perpetrated to subconsciously, put that at the forefront of our minds. So we do think it's just us, right? But I'm to the point with it, and this is where I'm frustrated with it. We keep hearing the same shit over and over and over from young athletes or young people just throwing shit away. Bro, you just got a bag from the Houston Rockets. If this shit is true, you threw that shit away. If it's not true, then move around. But you got to move smartly. You can't be out here slipping and allowing somebody to drag your name through the mud.
And then not only that, Mo, just to piggyback off what you said, man, you said it eloquently. Look, man, perception is a lot of people's reality, man. You keep putting yourself in these situations or and just allegedly, right? You just keep putting yourself in these situations. You already have a bad rap, you know what I'm saying, in terms of 4 or 5 different instances, situations and stuff like that. Then you add this on it, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna F around, like you said, Mo, you just got a bag a couple years ago, man. That's about to get effed up. And then come on, man, NBA ain't playing that. The NBA ain't playing that. Adam Silver ain't playing that, man. They get you out of here. They get you out of here real quick. I mean, for real. They come on, man. It's happened.
Ask Miles Bridges, man. If you caught Miles Bridges one-on-one, man to man, and you had a real conversation with him, he cost himself hundreds of millions of dollars because of a decision. I'm pretty sure all y'all bros at some point y'all got people that's close to each other. You saw the example. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it's true you down bad, you did the shit to yourself, you get no sympathy from me, Playboy. But if it's not true or whatever, I hope it all clears up and everything comes out. The truth will come out at the end of the day. Whether it's for him or against him, we'll know soon enough. We'll sit back, the truth come out.
There it is, that part right there. What you about to say something, Cole?
No, I was just going to say I don't have enough information to speak on the actual situation. So I definitely don't want to do that. But on one hand, I hope it's not true. And on the other hand, if it is true, I just hope that, the young man get the help that he needs because that's bigger than basketball at that point. You know what I mean? But my prayers go out to both of them. Hope everybody involved comes out on the good end of things. There's light on the tunnel for both of them. But I mean, that's all I really got to say about it. I really don't want to elaborate on it because like I said, I don't have enough information. I just know the allegation.
Right. Good. Hey, man. Good point. Good perspective from all of you guys, man. Hey, like I said, Cole Mills, y'all can get us on out of here, man. This was like I said,
no, Fredo. Before that, I want to speak for me and Mills.
Well, go ahead. I'm shutting the hell up, bro.
You go.
Eagles high school football team, who is now #1 in the area, Washington Post, after they just made the Mather look like a normal boy team.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody saw the dominance.
Were you there Friday? Did you come Friday?
I watched that thing virtually.
Okay, I saw your fam there, but
yeah, I had eyes on the game.
Yeah, I couldn't come back Saturday, but absolutely, shout out to Daryl Overton, Coach O, and the Freedom High School Woodbridge football team. Like, there is nothing else that you can say negative about the team. They are here. Absolutely. And again, I rode with them when they were 0-7, 10, whatever, when they just had no confidence, scared going in the game, frustrated. And after 9 years at that school, I saw somebody turn that program around. And to take on DeMatha is very interesting that there's a no contest, because then that doesn't mess up anybody's record. But you know, especially DeMathis. But shout out to being first time ever #1 Washington Post ranked high school football team. And now it's about to get boring. Like, I shout out to the teams for the leagues for letting them play anybody they want, kind of outside of the league. Public school versus private school. I think they got one more private school on their schedule, but them boys look good.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
100%.
Shout out to the weather for messing it up for everybody. Because
Yeah.
I really wanted to see that game. Win or lose, I really wanted to see that game.
But you know what, Mills? You know, all the important people that needed to be there was there.
I heard.
And they saw the dominance of Freedom over DeMatha. And that's why those rankings changed. Freedom jumped from 3 to 1 and DeMatha dropped down.
From 1 to 3.
And I had heard before I even started watching it virtually, I heard that Freedom was by far the better team on the field that day. I mean, DeMatha did score 14 points, but both of their touchdowns was early off of block punts.
Yeah.
But in terms of offensively, they could not move the ball. They had one big play the entire game. Freedom could do it whatever they want on offense. They scored three straight unanswered touchdowns. You know what I mean? On defense, DeMatha couldn't move the ball against them.
Right.
And you know what? I give Freedom a pass on the 2 block punts because they haven't punted the ball in almost 2 years.
I know.
That's what we haven't even worked on.
That's the story.
Wow.
That's
Shout out to Freedom.
No need, right? No need. So
that's what's up, man. They got a hell of a program.
They really do.
Yes. Get us on out of here, man.
Y'all, thank you for watching the show. I got you. Thank you for joining us for our anniversary show. We are just starting year 3, season 3. We coming up with season 3, y'all. We making it happen. So smash the likes, YouTube, Facebook, all of the things. We are here. We'll be back next week. Have a good evening. Peace.
There are 4 fouls on the play. That's why it took so long. Running into the kicker, number 34 in the receiving team. Holding, authentic, number 95 of the receiving team. Personal foul, number 34 of the receiving team.